alongside of him, the number 125 of David Hudson. Alongside of him would then be the number 86 of Tim Sullivan from nearby Wilmingburg, New York. Eric Greibel, the number 50, goes in the number 4 spot. Shane Marche out of Schenectady, New York, the number 106, next to him. Second row would then be the number 132 of Lowell Carson, and then alongside of Lowell would be the number TY3 of Tyler Vosberg. Vosberg out of Hamburg, New Jersey. Top division. Down in the corner, number 1, goes to a race lead at the number 60, Brian Garrett. Garrett goes away. Sullivan, a two-time winner. Look out, down hard goes Sullivan. Wants to grab the bike and pick it back up. Green flag stays out around the Speedway. Sullivan gets it, refires, and does not lose a lap. Remains on the lead lap. But got a long ready to go. Brian Garrett up on the number 1 spot out of New Milford, Connecticut, as a couple of them hooked together. Sullivan begins to pick his way back through the field. Jarvis hangs on to the number 1 spot right now. Hudson second, Marche back in the number 3 position. Driver would then be fourth. Sullivan back up to the number 5 position. The 132 of Carlson then would be fifth. And the race leader takes it down the number 4 corner right now. Brian Jarvis out of New Milford, Connecticut, stretching it out. Holding on to that number 1 spot. 2-lap time up to the field right now. 2 more times around. As Jarvis continues to show the way. Once again, rider down over there onto that straightaway. Sullivan again. So a tough night for Tim Sullivan. Jarvis down the back straightaway. Checkered flag is out. Brian Garrett, victorious. Hudson back in spot 2. Marche would then be third. Greibel, spot number 4. As Tim Sullivan, a rough night for that youngster. Once again, picks it up. Tim Sullivan giving it a go. Wait a minute. He wants to cross that finish line. Tim Sullivan, a determined young man here this evening. 3 times he went down, 3 times he got up. Sullivan on the number 86 takes it back in, but Brian Garrett, first time for him here this evening, bringing home the victory in his initial voyage of the 97 season out of New Milford, Connecticut. Brian Garrett, victorious. CC Amateur Division. Dan DeCicco out of York, Pennsylvania, the 44. Jay Weller, the 36N, and Kevin Morrison, the number 8 machine. Giuseppe and Weller, 1-2. Down in the corner, number 4, they go. Green light remains on around the Speedway. And Dan Giuseppe hanging on to the number 1 spot. Coming all the way down from George, Pennsylvania. Giuseppe goes by in the number 1 spot. Weller second, and Kevin Morrison spot number 3. Giuseppe was a feature winner in this class last week. Very strong once again here this evening. Time around, down the back straightaway, off the 4th corner. 2 weeks in a row, Dan Giuseppe victorious in the 60 BC Amateur Final event. Jay Weller finishes spot number 2, and Kevin Morrison spot number 3. in the 60cc. He's just going to take a nice slow ride around because we'll be right back at you here in the 80cc amateur final. Got a Vinny, New York, the 21X starts on the inside. Michael Alexander alongside of him out first, Hills, New York. Jason DeCicco out of Stafford, New York, the number 40 mount next to him, and then would be the number 44 machine up and Giuseppe. Giuseppe wheels the 44L. Alongside of him up on the outside would then be the 21 of Lowell Carson out of Dwaynesburg, New York. Weller, the 36N on the inside of that second row. Randy Moss out of Stevenson, Connecticut, the number 10 machine. And that would be Chris Spear out of Washingtonville, New York, the number 6 mount. 8 competitors here in the 80cc amateur final. Michael Alexander goes the way up on the number 1 spot, Jarvis second. Alexander out of first, Hills, New York, working hard up on the number 1 end. Stretching the L right now. He won a heat earlier on. Now working through the last 7. This Jarvis second, and then would be the 21 of Carson. Carson comes back in spot number 3. Spear, 4th, and Finlaw, spot number 5. Finlaw now picks up spot number 4, 2 runs to go. Finlaw got the tough start, now beginning to work his way back to the back. Spear hangs on to spot number 5 as Weller and Giuseppe spot 6 and 7. Winner, Michael Alexander comes by to Salvo. Third goes to Carson, 4th to Finlaw. 5th would then be Dan Giuseppe, followed by Spear, Weller, and Moss. Michael Alexander. Strong run for him here tonight out of Burton Hills, New York. Winner in the 80cc amateur final. Michael Alexander will take the night behind pit wall. Is next out for their final event here this evening. Well, I do believe that this is the XR 100 amateur. Mike Mashewski, Dan Giuseppe, and Sidney Erdl. This weekend, three competitors set to go here in the XR 100 amateur final event. Mike Mashewski, Dan Giuseppe, and Sidney Erdl. Dan Giuseppe in the middle, now going to do battle with Mashewski. Mashewski down low. Giuseppe had to back out for just a moment. Holds on to the number 2 spot. Erdl back in the number 3 position. Mike Mashewski beginning to stretch out that number 1 margin. Hangs on to it by a long shot at the moment. Mike Mashewski out of Dundee, New York. Mashewski way out front. Giuseppe continuing to hang on to spot number 2 and Sidney Erdl in the number 3 position. Lap after lap, smooth and consistent goes Mashewski. White flag going to fly this time bottom. Winner, XR 100 amateur, the number 115, Mike Mashewski. Majewski victorious. Giuseppe second. Ertl, spot number 3. Majewski will take it back in behind him wall. XR 100 Expert Final. Thomas McGrain, Bill Newkirk, Mike Lounsbury, Georgie Price, Fred Forsythe, Richie Moran, Jeff Earl, and Clifford Pfeiffer. Green light comes on, Limo, Semo, Moreno, Dowdo, goes Moreno. Thomas McGray hangs onto his Georgie Price, spot number 2, nose to tail, side by side, down the back straightaway. Earl, Mike Lounsbury, third, Jeff Earl, fourth, and Pfeiffer, back in spot number 5. Lap after lap, Thomas McGrain hanging on to the Lord spot. Georgie Price second, Lounsbury third, Earl fourth, and Bill Newkirk spot number 5. Ricky was ending back in spot number 6, Pfeiffer 7, Forsythe 8, and 9th would be the number 2 Moran. Thomas McGrain, second flag winner, Price second, third goes to Lounsbury, followed by Malicki of the 98, the 1 of Newkirk, the 46 of Earl, on down the line. So, Thomas McGrain, the number 98 machine. Out of Gap, Pennsylvania, victorious on the XR 100 Expert Division. Amateur final, I think. Josh Malicki, the 98X, Scott Morrison, the 161, Frank Messina, the 942, Jed Shepard, the 31, the 103 of Stephen Ferris, the 71 of Aaron Humphrey, the 168, Matt Stewart, 16 of Michael Alexander, the 82 of Dean Sullivan, and the 1 of Mike Majewski. Hello, what's happening down in front of the board? Chopper holds on to that number 1 spot. Chopper the number 31 machine, up there the number 1, 2, hammer down, God looking back. You know, couldn't be prouder right now. Chopper hangs on to the number 1 position. Good battle for spot number 2 for Ricky and Messina. Josh Malicki now grabs the number 2 spot. Frank Messina just back in spot number 3. Stephen Stead now with the submission. Here comes the 168 of Stewart. Stewart working hard to try and find a way to work by Sharon. Sharon hangs on to spot 4. They're all taken down. Jed Shepard. Shepard way out front right now. Cruising around. Not looking back. Something changed that time around. Position all remains the second, Jarvis. That's third. Stewart fourth, and Messina, spot number 5. So, Kiniry, New Jersey. 125cc amateur final. Team Vito couldn't be prouder right now. Hey, watch that finger. He got confused as to which was the right finger, but he got it figured out. Jet Shepherd, ladies and gentlemen, the number 31 machine. Shepherd takes it back in behind fifth ball. Mike Miller and this selector on the tail side. And riders a lap. Number 1 across three. The top man, class 3. Hangs on to number 1 spot. Second. Now the number 3 position is down to number 3. Here's that fourth. Number 5. Jersey, veteran here. He hits the award, brings home the victory in the 600 expert position. Of Mike White alongside of him. The number 6 of Christian Demarski then goes in the spot number 3. The 168 of Matthew Stewart and the 432 of Kevin Lake make up the front row. Row number 2 then goes to the 102 of Curtis Friend, the 516 of John Rogers, the 82 of William Carson Jr., the 24 of Carl Ellison, and the 86 of Jason Stewart. Comes out, hammer down, everybody's swimming, and who comes out on top but the 885 of Mike Lloyd. Lloyd hangs on to it now. Keegan tucks back to spot number 2. What a hand to the tires, and he is up there. amateur final. Team Vito doing real good here tonight. Again. Andy Karadakis out of Jeffersonville, New York, the number 3 machine. Alongside of him will be the 57B of Christopher Gerda. Or next to them will be the number 12B out of Montgomery, New York, Michael Lounsbury. The 113 of Donald McGurr, and the number 15X of Gregory Mastek. And the front row, Mike Gallagher out of Ecopus, New York, the number 20 on the extreme outside. Mastek on the inside of row number 2, followed by Justin Green, Robert Henschel, Robert Gretcher, and Don Turbo. Got together. No hard feelings, just shaking their heads saying, oh, damn. Victorious here in the 400 expert division out of Montgomery, New York. Mike Lloyd, the 28F. The 92 of Michael Cortez. 60 of Frank Mazzina, the 9C of Steven Sturr, the 6 of Christian Jablonski, the 41U of Fred Grossgeist, the 54 of Gustafsson, the 1 of O'Donovan, the 57 of Markle, and the 117 of Angelo Natali. boys jumped in behind the marching third. Messina more than DeCicco. Down on the last sticker out. Michael Cortez hangs on. Second spot goes to Lloyd Jablonski third. Messina fourth. DeCicco fifth. And the tally spot number 6. Michael Cortez victorious in the 600cc amateur final event. Amateur vintage will be next down onto the speedway, and Cortez will be right back out in this one. Ray Keegan out of Rutherford, New Jersey, back out with the Team Vito number 42. Alongside of him will be the number 25 out of Campbell Hall, New York, Frank Messina III. Michael Cortez out of Sterling, New Jersey will go up in the number 3 spot. Alongside of him will be the number 9Z of Mark Zimmerman. 15C of Dane Hutchinson. Comes home with a victory here in the amateur vintage final event out of Campbell Hall, New York. Robert Rector out of Bibles, New York, the number 37 goes alongside of them. The 87 of Thomas Justice, the 49 of Rodney Tate, the 19 of John Rubos, 61 of Lee Flores, and the 8 of Alan Nile. Gregory Bassett grabs the whole shot. Fireplace number 1 spot. Vintage Expert Division winner, the number 15, Gregory Bassett. 2 weeks in a row for the win in that category for the gentleman out of Norwalk, Connecticut. So it's a 186. The 432 of Kevin Wake. Row 2 with NB54 of Eric Gustafsson. The 26U of William Richter. The 9C of Zimmerman. And the 49 of George Hanna. On the bottom has the preferred line, 2 is tucked in behind us, spot number 2. Michael Cortez goes to win. 2 and back to front 2, 23rd. Robert to a fourth, Gustafsson, spot number 5, Zimmerman and Hanna, 6-7, and Richard, spot number 8. 4,000 Stewart, nothing changed that time around. Michael Cortez, out the line out through right by Stewart. Closing it very quickly now. Last traffic, Richie coming faster. Stewart makes the run down the bottom side. Cortez puts extra line. Swing back in spot 3. Robert Stewart for Gustafsson. 1-5, white flag, one more time around. Cortez, Stewart, 1 and 2. Stewart takes the victory outside. Johnson down low. Jarvis on down. Michael Cortez victorious. Stewart second. Wake third, Gustafsson, spot 4. So Michael Cortez picking up victory number 2 here this evening. Out of Sterling, New Jersey. Victorious earlier on in the 600 amateur event. Now victorious in the 400cc amateur final. So 2 for 2 here tonight for Mike Sterling. Michael. Clifford Piper, the 57. John Sims, the 24. For Azuz, Kyle Case, the 3C. Jim Baldwin, the number 1. Joseph Derick, the 971. Up into the wall in the first corner. Piper, Chase, green flag himself. As number 2, Bradley Chase hangs on to him. Chase up on the number 1 spot right now. Piper back in spot number 2. Wong was third. The 3C of Kyle came back in spot 4. That went up to 4-4. Robert Dollar, number 5. Going 6. One more time around for Bradley Case. Bradley Case, victorious. Second spot to Piper. Baldwin third. Kyle Case fourth. So Bradley Case out of Suffolk, New Jersey brings home the victory in the amateur quads. Brad Case out of Sussex, New Jersey, victorious in the amateur quad division tonight. The 2C Kawasaki machine, number 433. Anthony Jarvis, the number 4. The 119 of Dean Schultz, the 129 of Bill Post, and the 76 of Kevin Maloney. 5 riders in the amateur quad B main. Schultz, third Mullens after the spot number 5. Most putting it up on the outside, bonus side. And up to 4 Howard, Anthony Jarvis. Jarvis hangs on to the number 1 punch the line. Spot number 2, Mees Schultz is back in spot 3. Anthony Jarvis from Accord, New York, hanging on to a narrow margin right now. So on, back in spot number 2, Schultz is third. Cory fourth and Coach back in spot number 5. Battle for the number 2 spot is on at this last 9 seconds to count. Anthony Jarvis victorious. Mees Schultz finishes spot number 2 to line. Third Mullens, fourth and Coach. Spot number 5. Anthony Jarvis out of Accord, New York, finished up earlier on in the heat event spot number 3. Betters himself here the team main feature event winner. Anthony Jarvis out of Accord, New York. He'll take it back in behind